Hey guys, it's Morgan with A Life in Crafting, and today I'm sharing 5 Dollar Tree tropical DIYs. These DIYs use mostly items found at the Dollar Tree and cost under $5 each to make. Be sure to follow me on Instagram and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Now let's get to crafting. I thought the tropical decor was a great excuse to use some Lilo and Stitch in my DIYs. I'm starting out by putting a thin layer of Mod Podge on top of this Dollar Tree square. They come in a pack of about 4 or 5 for just $1, so they're great to add in your stash if you can find them. I picked up this scrapbook paper from Michael's and I cut it out with the Cricut so it would be even. Being left-handed, scissors are not your friend. If you are a left-handed scissor company, feel free to send me some scissors. I will be happy to test them out for you. Next, I'm going to take a thin layer of white paint and just go over it again. I'm using HTV on wood. That's my favorite thing to use. I think it's a lot easier than traditional permanent vinyl. And I'm going to link a video I did about how to use HTV on wood. Today, I'm using my Cricut mini press. I have this size and the 9x9. Definitely love having both at my disposal and would recommend to pick up both sizes if you can. See how easy it is to put HTV on wood? You just want to make sure that the paint is completely dry or else it won't work. Next, I'm going to assemble these squares. I'm going to use a hot glue gun and glue them together in sort of a zigzag shape. And I have those little Dollar Tree cubes available to add some extra support. Just going to take a little hot glue and add these little cubes, again for extra support. I have them in my stash to hold up different signs and pieces like this. I haven't made any really big projects using just them, but I've seen other crafters make like Mario or some video pixelated characters with it that come out really cool as well. Just adding a little hot glue to the last piece, and want to make sure this doesn't fall apart and is super secure to have out for my craft display. And check out the finished product. Ohana means family. Next up, I'm using one of Dollar Tree's iconic cutting boards. I did a video a few months ago on 5 Dollar Tree DIYs using the Dollar Tree cutting board, and I'll add a link for you to check that out if you haven't seen it already. I'm going to use HTV on this again, but first I'm going to faux stain it with some paint and water. I mixed some acrylic paint with a little bit of water and just going to lightly brush it over the bamboo cutting board and wipe it off with a paper towel. You can repeat this as many times as you want to get your desired look. I love using these catch sheets. They help protect your surface and you can use them for multiple projects. You can see I have some navy paint on there from a 4th of July DIY, and it's great to protect your surface and doesn't leave a sticky residue on your table. I'll add a link in the description for you to check it out as well. They are available on Amazon. I think HTV works well on these bamboo cutting boards. I haven't had a lot of success using regular vinyl. I feel like the material of the bamboo doesn't allow that vinyl to stick really well, where the HTV, between the heat and the stickiness, works really well. I'm using the mini press on the second setting and just eyeballing it when you can see the vinyl sort of separate from the transfer sheet, and then it's good to go. It shouldn't take more than 30 seconds. See how easy it is to use HTV on the bamboo cutting boards? Definitely think it works well, and if you notice that some of it is not sticking fully, just hit it again with your iron and it will come right off. Last, I'm going to add this little pineapple. I got this SVG for free online. If I find the link, I will add it in the description in case you want to recreate this yourself. Last but not least, adding the top to the pineapple. And check out the finished product. Next up, I'm making a faux topiary. Super excited about this. This bird and flower chipboard piece from Dollar Tree was a hanging decor item that was attached with string. I just removed that string and using the Dollar Tree craft clamps to attach some skewers to it with hot glue. The skewers are definitely helpful to have in your craft stash. I use them a lot more than what you think you would use them for, so definitely would recommend having it. I spray painted this wood box with that blue Rust-Oleum color and going to attach some pink Dollar Tree burlap ribbon. These craft clamps are super handy to have. I like the small and large sizes to have at my disposal just in case something's a little bit bigger. And also love these foam blocks. I like them better than the larger ones because they're already pre-cut, so it's one less step you have to do. Now I'm just going to roll paper flowers. I got this quilling tool off of Amazon, and you're just going to attach it to the end of the paper flower and roll it with your hands. I'm using hot glue to secure it once I get to the end of the cardstock. Now it's time to assemble. I'm going to use some reindeer moss and add it to the bottom of the crate to cover up the foam and attach it with some hot glue so it's not going anywhere. Next, I'm going to stick these bird and flowers in there. I'm going to use some wire cutters to cut the different skewers so that they're different sizes, and it's really easy to cut with those wire cutters. I found these flower cutouts in Cricut Design Space and I just cut them out in cardstock. I'm going to use some hot glue to attach it to the skewers to fill in my faux tropical topiary. I cut out different sizes just to fill out the crate and wanted to add some flowers for color and added depth. Last but not least, I'm going to attach the leaves to the rolled flowers. The leaves are in the same bundle as the rolled flowers in Design Space. and then just going to stick it in there. I think the yellow really pops and adds a nice depth of color and contrast from the green and blue. Check out the finished product. Next up, I'm using one of these famous Dollar Tree houses. I'm going to cover the back with this tropical scrapbook paper I picked up from Michael's. I am a sucker for these Dollar Tree whimsical pens. They're usually near the checkout or teen items, and whenever they have a new one, I always pick it up. I'm using the star one today, but I have the glitter windmill one, a glitter pom-pom one, and they have some new fun ones out. I just think they're whimsical to have. To attach it to the back, I'm going to put a thin layer of Mod Podge. Next, I'm going to attach some of the Dollar Tree jute to it and use these Dollar Tree rubber finger protectors and clamps to make sure I don't burn myself. Those are definitely a lifesaver, and I was holding off on buying them for a really long time. If you watch my other videos, I definitely use them a lot and definitely would recommend if you haven't picked them up already. This is one of my favorite DIYs in the group. I think it's really modern and eclectic looking. I'm going to make a jute ribbon and wrap it around my fingers and use the end piece to attach it together like so. To keep it together, I'm going to add a little hot glue to it and then directly attach it. To add more of that tropical vibe, I'm going to put 2 of these wood beads I picked up on Amazon on the end of some string, like an extension of the bow. These beads are also great to make bead garland with, so they're worth having in your stash if you like that farmhouse look. Going to use this again to attach with some hot glue, and this DIY is done. I absolutely love how this turned out. If you made it this far, drop a comment in the description and let me know what your favorite project is. I'm going to reuse one of these Starbucks cups with some spray paint and painter's tape and make a stripe design. Here's how I'm going to do it. I'm just going to wrap it around and make some stripes with it using that Rust-Oleum Imagine. This is a matte finish. I do find it to be a little bit runny compared to their normal Rust-Oleum, and I picked this one up at Target. Once it's done, I'm going to add some jute accent just to tie it in with the other DIYs and wrap it around the sort of edges from the bottle cap. Next, I'm going to make a little jute bow. I'm not the best at bow making, but I like making it in the middle of the string and then cutting it out. To finish this up, I'm going to add some floral and another one of those birds from the hanging decor piece. I hope you enjoyed this video on 5 tropical Dollar Tree DIYs. I'm Morgan with A Life in Crafting. Be sure to follow me on Instagram and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thanks for watching.